recording now. Okay. All right. So today, again, we're looking at just vocabulary, specifically words for our work environment. We're also going to be working on some comparisons today, which will be a lot of your homework. You'll be comparing two pictures as well as writing about comparisons. So as heavy as tall as, right? So a lot of different words that we can use that way.
Mm-hmm.
First, we're going to look at this. So who knows what a cubicle is? Who knows what a cubicle is? This word right here.
Yes, it's a personal space for workers.
Perfect. That's exactly what it is. It's a personal space for workers, right?
Yeah.
Cubicles means you're in a cube, right? So this is a cubicle. This is a cubicle, right? Different offices without it really being a room. Okay. So let's go ahead and practice reading all of these. Oops, keep forgetting how to clear these. That's it. Delete. Perfect. Okay. So, Asma, would you read about this cubicle right here?
Graphic designer.
Graphic designer. What do you know about that?
Some creative things about logo for places or brands, maybe, or like palette.
Yeah. A lot of color, kind of like art. It's like a
creative arts. Yeah.
Perfect. And that is what you are studying right now, right? You're taking a graphic design.
I'm finished graphic designer.
He's an official graphic designer. So, perfect. We are in the right lesson for you today, right?
Yeah.
All right, Luis, will you read about this right here?
Okay, it's a photographer. Photographer and digital camera.
And a digital camera, right?
Camera.
So, what type of job might a photographer have?
Take a picture.
Taking pictures, right?
Take a picture or take a photo.
Yeah, like who do you think a photographer would work for? What type of organization?
It looked like took a picture for the. I don't know.
Maybe presentation for something, or to be creative, to do something from the nature or the take picture.
Yeah, exactly. So would you guys say, just kind of looking at who is in this office right now, is this a creative office? Do you think that these guys are like, are they putting together lamps, or are they like designing things? Are they creating things?
They creating things.
Creating
things. Yeah.
So they might even be. This could be like a magazine, right? Or it could be an online, like it's a website, right?
Website online.
Yeah, because over here, Rosalie, will you read? There's a lot to read in this cubicle. Would you read about it, please? Let's start up here.
Monitor.
Good.
Monitor. Headset. Keyboard.
Good.
Computer technician.
Good.
CPU,
right? And that's a part of a computer. I'm not really sure what part, but it's a very important part of a computer.
Yeah.
Okay, and then up here, Asma, since you didn't have much reading, what's this up here?
Office manager.
Office manager. What do you think that she does as an office manager?
She is the boss.
She's right? The boss. She's like, graphic designer, I need this done by this date. Photographer, I need this done by this date. And then computer technician, you better fix it, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then what are these guys all sitting in right now?
What?
Cubicle. Good, everybody. Cubicle. Good. Cubicle. Perfect. Okay. All right, so let's look down here, and we're going to decide from the words in this picture what words go down here. Okay. So number one, I'm sorry, Asma, will you read this?
Okay. A plank will fix your broken computer. A computer technician.
Perfect. A computer technician. Okay. Okay, number 2, Luis.
The central processing unit, or CPU, is the computer brain.
So you knew what the CPU was, and I was like, oh, it's like some crazy thing on a computer. You know about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just another reason why I probably should not be the one teaching this class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Rosalie, would you like to read number 3 for me, please?
Yeah, the photographer takes picture with her blank digital camera.
Perfect. Her digital camera. All right, we got it. Number 4, Asma.
You can use a plank to listen and talk.
Okay, let's
Like office manager.
An office manager, would you use her to, like, would you,
Headset.
a headset?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Just like pick her up and start using her as a phone. Okay, number 5, Luis.
Okay. Graphic designer design and prepares art and text.
Exactly. A graphic designer designs things. Who'd have thunk, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So a graphic designer designs and prepares art and text. Okay, number 6, Rosalie.
You can look at blank on your computer to see what you are typing.
Let's look here in this cubicle. I think this one's a little difficult.
Cubicle.
Oh,
Oh, is that
cubicle is the
Um,
office that we sit in. I'm sorry. But let's look here at this one right here. Which one do you think it is? Do you think it's
monitor?
the monitor?
you
Yeah,
can you
exactly.
can look at the monitor.
Yep. You can look at the monitor on your computer to see what you're typing. So you have your keyboard, and
Yes.
you could still type, right, with the
Mhm.
keyboard, but you wouldn't see what you're doing unless it's on your monitor, right? As long as it's connected to this thing here.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, number 7. This is Asma.
Use a plank to type words into your computer. A keyboard.
Keyboard, exactly. All right, so we're learning a lot about the computer today, okay? All right, Luis, number 8, please.
okay? The blank makes sure that everything in the office gets completed on time.
Perfect.
The office manager.
Good, the office manager,
The
right? She's the
office.
boss.
Yeah.
All these artists, they're so confused, they're so disorganized, they're just like painting things, just not even thinking, and you need somebody to,
Yeah.
Control.
exactly. Okay, number 9, Rosalie.
A professional blank use an expensive camera to take photos.
Perfect. So
Uh,
who takes photos here?
Photographer.
um, photographer.
The
Good.
photographer.
Photographer, perfect. The photographer takes photos. Photographer. Okay. And then number 10, a blank is the space where each worker sits.
The cubicle.
A cubicle, all right? And how do we spell that?
CUP.
I
Good.
I
see you.
C,
See you.
L.
C, L, good. What's the last one?
Cubic.
E.
Cubic.
E,
E.
good. Cubicle.
Cubicle.
Okay. All right, so let's ask each other these questions. What kind of computer equipment do you guys have at your office? I know that this says school, but we're not like students like that, right? We don't go to school anymore because COVID-19. So what kind of computers do you guys have at your office?
Yeah, okay. I use a laptop.
A laptop.
Same.
Yeah, the laptop with the external monitors.
Oh, you have a standing monitor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very fancy.
Nah, it's good. Sometimes the laptop screen is very small. I
Mm-hmm.
need to get documents and compare some things some some things in the documents on and my job. Sorry.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm the same way. I like to like when I do school for myself, I do it online. So I have a video on one screen and then I have my typing screen in front of me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What
I,
about
I I work with two monitor too.
Oh, Otto, are you here?
Yeah,
How long have you been here?
I don't know.
I'm
I
so,
was a little late because I have problem with my computer, but yes.
so were you here the
That's your
entire time we were
place.
reading?
Yeah.
Well, you came to the right class because we're learning all about computers. So hopefully we can get that troubleshooted for you.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Otto, I got so excited that you were here. I missed what you're saying. What type of computers do you have at your office?
I had two huge monitor because we have to do a lot of scan a lot of document,
Yep.
and we had to read at the same time, type everything. So I use one just for see what I'm doing, and the
Mhm.
other one for typing.
Perfect. Yep. I think same, really similar, especially because
Mhm.
you work at a lawyer's office. Is that correct?
I work in the courthouse.
Okay. Okay. So it makes sense that you have to do a lot of scanning.
Oh yeah,
And
I
then,
work
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
in Ronald City Circle.
Okay. Yeah. Do you speak a lot of Spanish there?
No, not at all.
Not at all. I didn't know if they were like, if they had a lot of Spanish speakers coming in and that you're having to interpret on top of doing everything else.
No, we can't interpret it for other people. They had to bring interpreter because we had to be like a impartial, like a third party.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense. That makes good sense. And now Mona's coming in too. Oh my goodness, everybody's showing up. Hi, Mona. So Mona, she works at a restaurant. Oh, that might have been my bad. Sorry, Mona. Oh,
Hi.
there.
Yeah.
Hi. So we are talking about computers right now. How do you guys use computers at your restaurant?
Uh, do you mean the system we take order on this stuff?
Sure, however you use computers.
Oh yeah.
So you guys take orders on computers. Do you guys do people do like takeout on computers? Like do they email you or do they use an app?
We have no. We have just phones and fax.
Fax.
We
Okay.
can take orders by phone or fax. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. And then does anybody else want to talk about how to use computers at their work? Rosalie, do you use anything?
Yes. I use the computer only to scan, to scan all of the things we send out, the linen. Yeah.
Good. It's easier than writing it down, right? Otherwise you'd be scribbling.
No, we scan and we put the number of the linen we send out. Yeah, the clean linen.
Yeah. So it sounds like everybody uses a computer at their job. That's pretty crazy, right?
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
we get used to, like, oh, like doctors, they don't have to use computers, like they do medicine, but then they sit every day and they just type,
Mhm.
even construction workers, all of their stuff happens on a computer before they even begin to build a building, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So computers are becoming very important
Yeah.
for our workforce.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's important for us as we're kind of learning English to make sure that we're also learning our computer literacy skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Because of
computer
that, I
and
want to
the cell
learn more.
phone.
Sorry, Luis, you said something, the computer is on your cell phone?
No. I said the computers is very important right now, and the cell phones. because some people got the email
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
handy, so it's easy.
Yeah, that's a good word. I think Mona said that. It's handy. It's very
Mhm.
easy to use. You can carry it with you everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. And you can even, did you guys see there was like a movie a couple years ago that won an Oscar? Do you guys know what an Oscar is? It's a big award
Yes.
for movies. It was
Yeah.
filmed on a phone. It was filmed on an iPhone and like edited and everything.
Yeah.
I think it was
Wow.
like moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like the phones that we have now are more strong than the computers we had 20 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So, technology, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we kind of talked a little bit about the most essential functions of a computer. Like we kind of talked about that in the context of our job. You know, it sounds like at the restaurant, it's good for tracking orders. For Rosalie, it's good for keeping track of what's going in, what's coming out, who has it, how much do they have, inventory. Asma, I'm sure you use computers all the time designing things.
Mhm.
So it's crazy, honestly, how much computers have changed work in what, like 30 years. So something interesting to think about. All right, moving on here to the next page. And I just want us to go through, and what I'll do is I'll read the word, and then I want you guys to just say, yes, I know it, or no, I don't. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. And don't be afraid to just say like, hey, no, I don't know what that is. Don't be afraid to say that. Okay? Because we'll talk about it. We'll have somebody explain it to you. Okay? All right. This first one, virus. Who knows what that means?
Mhm.
Yeah, the virus.
But yes, it's a very
Yes.
popular word right now.
The same one. Yes.
If you guys don't know this one, we have problems at this point, right? And let's look down here. Computer definitions. What is a virus when it comes to computer
Yeah. It makes the like computer doesn't work well or it has something wrong.
Exactly. So somebody sent you an email and you clicked on the wrong thing and now you have a virus and all your
Yes.
information's going out or your computer's crashing, right? So it makes your computer sick.
Yep.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right. Who knows what a mouse is,
Wow.
Yes.
Well.
right? We know that. We know that.
Mhm.
What
Yes.
about the mouse when it comes to a computer?
Yes, we
Very
know.
important.
I
This
know.
one.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Easy got one. It's how you move around, right?
Yeah.
I have one. I'm on a laptop right now, so I have like a touchpad mouse. Right?
No.
What kind of mouse does everyone have? Asma, what type of mouse do you have?
Touch bar. I have touch bar. I don't have mouse.
You have a real one.
I don't have mouse too.
Mouse?
I use
Yeah,
mine
this
to
one.
my work.
Yeah, do the touching thing. At work you might, right?
Mhm.
What about you, Ada? Do you have a mouse?
Yeah. Do you can see me?
I cannot see you.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hi.
Sorry, my daughter.
Oh, you
I don't know. What is wrong with me? Okay, now I got it.
coming. Okay.
This is my mouth. Can you see this?
Okay, so you have a red mouse. Ooh, very fashionable.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
There is just two kinds, like wired and wireless, right?
Yep, so we have a wired mouse, and then we have a wireless one, and then you have your touchpad on your computer.
Okay.
Mine is wireless.
I have one fancy mouse.
Oh, that is really fancy.
Wow.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Really love you.
Oh.
They give you all the fun gadgets. So when would we not have a mouse?
Um, we have to use the keyboard to send instruction at the PC, the computer.
Yeah. So if you don't have a mouse, you can still use your keyboard if you're on a computer. And then,
Yeah.
have you guys seen those computers with touch screens?
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Yeah.
Or even if you're on a
I don't
phone,
have a
you would
mouse.
use a mouse, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perfect. Let's look at this. Crash. Who knows what crash is?
Yes,
Mhm.
the accident.
Yeah, so nice.
Accident, right? Two cars hit each other. It's very terrible. What about this crash when it comes to a
I
computer?
don't know what is that.
Okay, that's perfect. Who can explain what a computer crash is?
Um, is when the computer stop running, stop to running. Um, Sometimes in the old computers appear blue screen in the
Exactly.
computer. So right now only shut off the computer and is damaged.
Yes,
Maybe.
exactly. So the computer is damaged. You know, it might have blue screened. Or what might it have gotten that caused it to crash?
Yeah.
Damage by him, by itself, or someone do this?
That's a great question. What damages a computer to cause it to crash? What makes
I think that
Virus.
is the difference between virus and crash. I think it's like crash, more technician or burn the wires or something inside the computer. But the virus maybe bad application, bad ad or something like that.
good? So you brought up two good points, right? And what we should take from that is that there's many ways to kill a computer. So you can get a virus and then it makes all your applications bad, it makes all of your Windows crash, and then your computer crashes. You can't use it. It just sits there, right? And then you get the blue screen. It's usually because like some hardware went wrong, right? Like one of the wires or something in the computer got messed up or maybe got burnt or just wore out, right? These are machines. They're made of parts. Okay? So basically, a computer crash is when your computer dies. Sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you can't. It just depends on what technician you have and what went wrong. All right, are we feeling okay about crash now? Do we understand
Yes,
crash?
yes, got it.
Perfect. All right, sounds good. So let's look over here at window. Window, what's a window?
Yes,
Yeah, we know
I
that,
know
right?
that.
Yes,
Yep.
we know.
Sun comes through. I forget you guys are my dance class. I don't have to ask these dumb questions. Okay. Well, what's a window when it comes to the computer?
Computer, yes.
The computer program.
Yeah.
Like Google Chrome window,
Exactly.
like
You guys see my screen. It says here, new window.
mhm.
Yeah,
Click
window.
on it,
Yeah.
opens a
Yeah,
new window, right?
Yeah.
So we get that one pretty well. And then
Yeah.
desktop. Who knows what a
yeah, with
desktop
him.
is, right? So the desktop is like the wooden thing, usually.
Yes.
But when we talk about desktop for computer, what do we mean?
The computer
The
itself.
opening window when you open the computer.
Is the first screen that you see when your computer start? Is the first
Mhm.
first thing or the first screen, right?
Yeah.
Where you put all your ah shortcuts for your programs.
Yeah, exactly. So usually the desktop is like that screen. That's it's right there. When you open it, you can pick what picture goes on your desktop, right? And then we also have another word for it, right? Right now, a lot of us are working on laptops. A computer that sits by itself, it's a monitor as well as a thing. We call that a desktop as well. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are right when you say it's an opening screen, like when everything is just fresh, all your icons and things. That's a desktop, okay?
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And sorry guys, I just want to let you know that if there's a lot of noise coming in from like behind you or something like that, I will go ahead and just mute you. It's not because I'm mad or anything, and you're welcome to unmute yourself to speak. It's just so that we can hear each other, okay? So
Okay.
I'm not mad. Feel free to unmute yourself and don't take it wrong if I have to mute you just because I struggle to hear, okay? All right, no problems. All right, guys, now let's practice using our words. Oh, I got to delete the thing. I marked it. I didn't mean to. Okay. Maybe I didn't. You guys see this right here? What is that?
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't bother me
maybe.
too much. Sorry. Okay. So, number one, Otto, would you mind to read number one for me?
Okay. When computers crash, file and document are often lost.
Perfect. When computers crash, files and documents are often lost. Oh, guys, sorry, story. I don't tell many nowadays, but do you guys know when you're in college and you have to write your really long paper at the end?
Yeah.
Computer crashed. Oh my God, 2
Oh
weeks
man.
before it was due. I've been working on it for probably
Oh
2
my
years.
gosh.
I just cried. I just cried. And then I like had to go to the computer lab and just start working.
That document is your thesis? Your
Sorry,
thesis?
my thesis. Yeah, my
Your
senior
thesis.
thesis.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
My wife also, when we are in the college, and I helped to write her thesis, and we lost her in some points.
There's just
Wow.
So
it's
she's
such a
very angry with
bad
me.
feeling, right? It's a bad feeling. Oof.
Oh
So
my gosh.
Terrible.
always save, right? Save on your computer and then save to like a jump drive or an external hard drive or something like that. Always have a backup.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistakes.
I used to, because in my country, I'm a lawyer and I use a lot of computer. I had to do like 100 pages sometimes from document for the course. So when I had that, I used to send by email because I don't trust computers. So every time I write like a 25 page, I send an email to me,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like have multiple copies in multiple places. That way you don't have to replicate anything, right?
I don't trust computer. No.
Yeah. I think that's fair. If you don't understand it, don't trust it. And I definitely do not understand.
No.
So I understand. All right. Mona Lisa, are you ready to read number two?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When you move the mouse with your hand, things on the screen move.
Perfect. We got that one. When you move the mouse with your hand, things on the screen move. Easy, easy. Okay, we only got 10 minutes. All right, Luis, number three, please.
When you turn on the computer, the first thing you see is the desktop.
Perfect. The desktop. And you figured that one out. I was thinking of something
Yeah.
else. All right. And number four, Asma.
A plank is a secret computer program that causes computer problems, a virus.
Virus. Awesome. Okay. And Rosalie, would you read number five?
You might need to close blank to see the file on your desktop. You might close a window.
Perfect. Close the window. All right, we got it, y'all. Okay, let me see. Let me just check and make sure we don't have anything on the next page that we want to make. Oh, going slow. Excuse me. One more time here. Okay, I guess we don't need that next page. We won't worry about it. All right. So let's kind of figure out where we can find free computer classes. Okay, so who can read these instructions for me? Rosalie, would you mind to read? Here at C.
Work in a team. Yes, work in a team. Conduct research. Search for free computer classes on the internet in a community. Find answer to the questions. Report these results.
Perfect. All right. So guys, we're going to practice searching. Okay, so we'll do everything on my computer so you can see, but I need you guys to tell me everything I need to do, right? So very first thing, if I'm going to search for free computer classes, what do I need to open?
Google.
Google search.
Google,
Right?
Explorer,
And then,
Internet Explorer.
huh?
Or ask Morgan.
Ask Morgan. Please don't ask Morgan, right? Right. What should I type in here in the search bar? What should I type here?
Free
The
computer class.
Few computer class.
In my area.
Computer class in my
Exactly.
area, right?
Exactly. Very
So where do
important.
Or
we
near me.
near me, right? And because I'm in Blacksburg right now, I want it to be in Roanoke. I'm going to type in Roanoke, Virginia. Okay. All right. So what is the very first search hit that we see? What's the very first result we see?
Computer class in
Computer
Galway
class.
Industry of the
classes.
Valley.
Perfect. So where are those computer classes? At the
Industry of the Valley in the Melrose.
perfect, right? It's at Melrose, and you know that because you probably
Yeah.
just have gone there, right?
I used to take English class there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so our competitors is what I'm hearing. That's okay. Awesome. So we have Goodwill. That's a really great place to have computer classes.
Yeah.
What is the second place that it sends us to? What's the second place we see here?
Virginia Western Community
Virginia
College.
Western Community
Mhm.
College, right?
Community college, yeah.
Okay. So do you think they offer just computer classes?
I think
Mm,
not, but
No.
English classes, yeah, I am because I went to the English classes, but computer classes maybe to a higher level, or you should to enroll in Virginia Western.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like when you're at a higher level, you enroll at Virginia Western, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're kind of at the stage where you're like, how do I turn a computer on? Right? That's true, man. People start at the very bottom. That's what my grandparents, they know nothing about computers. And when I started trying to teach them, that's where we started, is like, here's the on button, right? So if you know that little, you might start here and you'll start learning on how to type, right?
mhm.
You might start learning what Microsoft Word is,
Mhm.
right? Is all of those kind of things ringing a bell? Does that make good sense? You guys
Yeah.
have heard of that, I'm sure. And then Virginia Western is when you might start getting into things like you're becoming a computer technician, right? So
Mhm.
remember,
Yeah.
what does a computer technician do?
Repair
Fix the,
computer program.
Repair.
Repair
or fix the computer, yeah.
like IT.
Exactly, IT. Okay, so when you start studying IT versus computer skills, that's probably when you start going to Virginia Western.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This one, I'm not sure if this is, because this, what does this say? Who can read this?
Fast
Fast
track
track.
healthcare education.
Fast track healthcare education. Does that sound like a computer class to you?
No.
No. So I think maybe this is confused, right? I think Google was a little confused for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's look down here,
Run on
Run on
computers.
computers.
right? And what do they do?
Computer
repair
repair,
Repair
service.
service.
Repair service. Does that sound like computer classes either?
No.
Maybe no.
No. Okay. So for you guys, if you guys wanted to learn more about computers, what would be your best option of the four we looked at? The Goodwill,
Goodwill.
Virginia
Go
West,
well.
this healthcare, or Roanoke Computers?
The Goodwill.
Go well.
Goodwill too.
Goodwill.
You guys are like, I need to learn how to turn a computer on. Or do you guys think you might be more advanced and need to go to Virginia Western?
For more advanced, Virginia
Yeah.
Western, because
In the first
GUI
placement test.
Take that.
GUI is very basic.
Mhm.
It's for beginning, really beginning.
Mhm.
Exactly. So if you're very new to computers, you know, maybe Zoom, you figured out Zoom, but you're not quite sure about everything else, stay at the Goodwill. But if you're like, I know how to type, I know how to use Microsoft, I know how to do all the, you know, kind of the basics of computers, it's time to graduate to Virginia Western, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So does that kind of make sense to you guys? I just like to every now and then do a Google search because it teaches you guys how to find your own answers, right? So instead of, you know, having to figure something out like by calling someone or doing anything, you just type on Google and you can kind of do your own research. It makes me feel very in control, right? I'm like, okay, I control my destiny. Like I decide what I want. I know it's weird, but as soon as you call someone, it's too much power. Like I
Yeah,
want it back.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will help you guys just kind of learn some good ways to search for the information you need. And that's the only goal I had here, is just give you an idea of how to find classes or how to find art classes, how to find English classes, right? If you ever decide like BRL, you know, when I quit, right? I know you guys just won't want to teach here anymore.
No, don't do that.
Don't quick.
Big joke, big joke. Okay, so that's how we Google. I'm sure you guys know how. It's just always good to get a refresher, okay?
Okay.
Mhm.
So I want to look at our website just really quick so that I can show you guys your homework. The homework I thought was kind of exciting today, but it is a little bit kind of like drawn out and complicated, of course, because I can't get anything to print right, I feel like. Oh no, I forgot to connect it to my thing. I always do this. Guys, always messing up this website. Okay, all right, well, I'll just show you, I have the files anyway, so I can show you up here, okay? Sorry, my computer moves really slow because I put a lot of like files on it, so it's probably going to crash soon, long story short. Okay, so this is gonna be your first homework here. It's gonna be 2 pages, and there's 2 pictures. Each of these pictures have something a little bit different in it, and what I kind of need you guys to do is go through and say what are the differences, okay?
Okay.
Our goal is for you guys to be using those vocabulary words that we went through today, just kind of like the computer, here's the mouse, the monitor, the desktop, all of those different words that I feel like you guys had a really good grasp of anyway, okay?
Okay.
And the second piece of homework I have for you guys is actually this one right here. And this is when we start learning about comparisons, okay? So I'm sure you guys have been familiar with the sentence structure before where it's as blank as, right? So we have not as boring as or as boring as. Exercising is not as relaxing as reading, right? So what you guys are going to do is look at these words, try to pair them with a sentence, and then write it in this format, okay?
Mhm.
All right. Class is going to end here in a couple seconds. So if you have any questions, reach out to me on WhatsApp or give me a call, shoot me an email. And I will see you guys on Thursday with a double class. Okay, Thursday
Okay.
will be a double class, I promise.
Okay.